In this video, we're going to be talking about how important it is to look at the reviews of similar books in your genre before you write your book. We're going to talk about why it's so important and all the benefits and things that you can learn. My name is Lane. This is my channel. You look great today. I just want to mention this. You look amazing. Thanks for being here. And I would love to put something free in your hands. If you go to lanesebring.com/5steps, you can download my free 5-step guide to writing a #1 best-selling book, which I've done. I'm not bragging, I'm just being honest. I did it at least once, and it was awesome. And in this guide, I tell you the 5 things that I did, the 5 steps that I took to make that happen. Again, lanesebring.com/5steps. The link is in the description. You're about to write a book. You're thinking through what you're going to put in the book. You're thinking through the tension you're going to build. You're thinking about your target reader. You're going through the 5-step guide that I've provided to you. But there's one step that you definitely need to make sure that you do, and that is go to similar books in your category and read the reviews. And by this, what I'm talking about is find their Amazon listings, okay, and click on the reviews. They've done a good job. They should have a lot of reviews that you can read, and you want to read a few different things. You want to look for a few different things, and I'll get to what to look for here in a second. But before I do, I just want to talk about how to kind of think about the 5-star review system. First of all, your 5 stars, meaning that they really liked the book, are going to be fine, right? They're going to tell you some things, and it's kind of they're positive, and that's great. And a lot of books get a lot of 5-star reviews, and that's awesome. Your 1-star reviews are going to be okay as well, but they're typically the ones that are like, this book is terrible, and I hated it, and it stunk, all right? The gold is in the 4, 3, and 2-star reviews, because that's where you get typically the most fair critiques. If it's 4-star, they're going to tell you what they liked, and then they're going to give 1 or 2 things that they felt like was missing. In the 2-star, they're going to tell you what they didn't like, but they're going to stop just short of saying the book was a total failure. And they're going to give you, hey, this book failed in this way and came short in this way and didn't really meet my need here, but it was okay in this one way. And then the 3 stars are going to probably be the most balanced, where people are saying, yeah, you know, there's pros and cons to this book. There were things that I liked. There were things that could have been a lot better. So in the 4, 3, and 2-star reviews, you're going to learn the most. So when you go to look through a book, what I would do is just skim the 5-star, skim the 1-star, spend the most time on the 4, 3, and 2. Now, what are you looking for? The first thing you want to be looking for is what is missing. What is missing? Let's just say that you want to write a book on how to potty train a toddler, okay? So you go and you look for books on how to do this. And there's one book that I know of called Oh Crap Potty Training. It's actually one of the ones that my wife and I used when we housebroke our kids. So let's just say that you choose a book like that. So you choose a book on potty training because you're gonna write a book and you want your book to be the best book on potty training. So you go to the 4, 3, and 2-star reviews and you're asking yourself, what is missing from this book? And so what you wanna do is you wanna find what people are saying, things like, I wish it had this, or it didn't cover this quite like I thought, or I thought I was getting this and I actually was getting that, okay? You want to kind of think about where are the holes and where are the gaps that your book can come in and fill to provide to the market. Number 2, where were people misled by the positioning of the book? So when I say positioning, I mean that when this book was written and put out into the market, anytime you build a book or build a product or write a book or anything that you're going to do to present to the market as an offer, it has a positioning. It has a product positioning, meaning that you're kind of positioning it to say, this is filling this need. This is serving these people. This is meeting this expectation. That's positioning. And so when people see your product or see your book, they're seeing it based on the positioning that you've given it. At least that's how it's supposed to work. That's how you want it to work. So what you want to look for in reviews is, did these people position their book well, where when people bought the book, they knew what they were buying? It met their expectation. So look for places where there's a disconnect between what people were expecting and what they got. Let's go back to the potty training example for a second. Let's just say that there was a lot of reviews of people saying, you know, I really thought that this was going to be more specific to help my child who actually has special needs. Maybe the book was positioned that way and then it didn't meet that expectation. So when you go to write your book, you either know to make sure that you meet that need and you deal with special needs issues, or you position your book in such a way that it's very clear that you're not going to deal with special needs issues, that the reader needs to look for other books to do that. Because you want to make sure that when you write your book, the positioning is on point so that when people review it, they're not saying, I was told I was going to get X and I actually got Y. So you look for what's missing, you look for places where there's a disconnect between expectation and what the book delivers. And then finally, number 3, and this could apply to both of the first two, you just look for patterns. You look to see, are people saying the same thing over and over? Are a lot of people saying, I really didn't like this, or I really liked that? Because you can learn from both negative and positive. So if you see a pattern where people are like, man, I really like how the author of this book addressed this issue, definitely take a note of that, because you know that that's something that people like and they're responding to, and maybe your book could do it even better. Likewise, if people are saying, I could not stand how the author kept doing X, Y, and Z, then maybe you can avoid that in your book to make your book an even better offering. So those are 3 just quick tips for why it's so important to go check out reviews on other books. I have so many videos on this channel about self-publishing, so definitely check them out right here in this playlist. Hit subscribe to this channel if you like videos like this, and I will be sure to see you in the next one.